Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. I just had to plug my laptop in. So, we're back for another IDL at Home League live stream. Division 4 match this time round. Charlie Smee taking on Dave Locke. And I think a few of you who know the players are tuning in tonight to watch this. So, thank you ever so much for coming along. If someone could leave a comment in the chat, that would be great, just to confirm that you can hear me. That would be brilliant. And I'll just quickly click on their boards just to make sure that they're all working okay, and they seem to be, so that's great. So a couple of minutes away from starting. Just need to check in with producer Paul to confirm that he can hear us, and then we'll be good to go. So thank you for watching once again. Okay, guys, have 9, and then you can start. Good luck.
Good.
So, Division 4 match this of the IDL at Home League. Remember, if you want to find out more about the individual darts league or the and the IDL, visit the idl.co.uk, and you can search the IDL darts on Twitter and Facebook, and Paul will be able to answer any questions you may have. And new sign-ups for this virtual darts league will be taking place from mid-May onwards. This is the second season of the year. I think there's going to be 6 seasons in total throughout the 2021, and this particular season lasts until mid-May.
Yeah, good game, mate.
And there's quite a few divisions actually in the IDL at Home League. There are 8 in total, Premier, and then 1 through to 7. So this is Division 4, so this is in the middle. And generally speaking, average-wise, you're looking at mid to high 50s.
60.
So it's a decent standard. And the great thing about, of course, the IDL at Home League is that there is something for everyone. And from pros or county standard players,
42.
right down to beginners as well. So it's a fantastic thing to be a part of.
26.
And a new experience for both Smee and Locke here, because neither have been on a stream before, so it's very rewarding to be able to get new people on the stream.
96.
And there's the first treble of the contest. A nice start there from Smee, who I believe plays in the Morden
25.
version of the IDL when we're playing in person. And I think, if I may be mistaken here, but
85.
certainly Dave Locke's photo that he submitted appeared to be from the Spots and Stripes in London Bridge, but that may be
65.
that may not be right. But hopefully now, not long before we're back playing in-person darts.
81.
And hopefully just a couple of weeks away from that. Smee has had a very good start here. He's found a treble a turn on his last 3 visits.
45.
And has a healthy advantage in this contest. That was on, so he needed the treble 19 for double 18. It's a very well used board, that, isn't it, Smee's?
139.
And that's a lovely visit as well. And does set up 14 after 18 darts. Brilliant start from Smee. Started the brighter.
85. No score.
No 18 dart leg there for Smee, but he will be back. A nice ton there from Locke. Just reminding Smee that he does need to take this out quite quickly. Hopefully the picture will just sort itself out there for Smee on the right, and for Locke it should sort itself out as we go along.
Yeah, cool.
So only one treble needed in this combination for Locke. An outside chance early on. Smee definitely settled into his rhythm, the brighter of the two players. This is still on. So yes, wanted the treble 19, can't find it. So Smee will be back.
Holy.
And I'll give you a bit more information about both players shortly and how they've been faring in the IDL as we go along. And there is the first double of the contest. 25 dart opener, I'll give you the 60 average. And Smee holds throw to kick us off in this 4th division contest. It's the first 8 legs, and you can draw as well, so it's 7 all as the draw.
55.
So I'll give you a bit more information about Dave Locke to start with. He's been very active in this campaign this season.
60.
Played 6, won 4, lost 2.
140.
And there's a nice visit there from Locke. First 140 of the contest. Good stuff from him. So yes, won 4 of the 6 games so far. It's advantage Locke here. Yes, is the two defeats, very close contests actually. Both 8-5 losses. One to Chris Rising and one to Adam Pope.
45.
And ground out an 8-6 win against Mark Duggan. 8-3 win over Yada Harvador. Oh, sorry, I've completely butchered that. Apologies.
70.
Harvorku, sorry, apologies.
100.
Nice ton there from Smee. Locke on a bogey, but won't be too concerned. Does have a healthy advantage.
66.
Locke does square it off with 100 left. And then an 8-5 win over Triss as well. And generally averaging in the high 50s in those contests. And we're certainly seeing
55.
evidence of that in this leg where he's fired back really well here and has 6 starts from 100 to take this out.
40.
And leaves himself a nice 2 darter when he comes back.
$90.
Good use of the last dart there from Smee. Just keeps him interested just in case this doesn't go.
40.
Which it doesn't. So we'll start on the bullseye here on the 1-2-5 combination. This is still on.
$29. In one.
Yep, double 10 in one, and Dave Locke responds with a 22 dart leg of his own, and we're 1 all, and the averages are just over 60, and it's a strong start from both players. So on paper this looks like a very close contest, and it's certainly living up to that at the moment.
$85.
Remember, if you are watching, do leave a comment in the chat, and we'll give you a shout out as well, of course. Shout outs to on Dave Locke's side of things for Amanda, his wife, Courtney, his daughter, as well as Ricky, who I think subscribed earlier today, so thank you, Ricky. Jackie, Ben, and Charlene.
59.
And if you are watching, do subscribe if you haven't done so already. Bring you lots more virtual streams later on throughout 2021, including the Chichester Virtual Dart Series that kicks off on
77.
On Sunday. Every Sunday for a number of weeks.
84.
And then hopefully, of course, some in-person real life streams as well. And we certainly hope that
60.
that'll be sooner rather than later. And that may well be with the IDL. Never know. Hopefully that does materialise, and certainly have our fingers crossed on that front in the coming weeks
60.
as restrictions are lifted irreversibly, as they say.
140.
And a lovely visit there from Locke. So Locke is down to finish first, and there's pressure now on the Smee throw.
Forty. Uh, 27.
Locke will be slightly disappointed with that. Smee down to 142, so an outside chance of applying some pressure. That looks like a good start.
60.
Both on 82 then. But Locke has the advantage. It'll have first dibs.
Forty-two.
Locke leaves tops. What can Smee do? Will he go the same route? Does try the bullseye first. Looks like 72 remaining.
Oh, that's it.
Well, no score there for Smee, and Locke now is back for tops, which he does get at the first opportunity. So well done to Locke for taking advantage there. Smee will be so disappointed that he wasn't able to get just a bit closer to that chance he carved out for himself at the end of that third leg. But onwards we go. Another 22 darter, back-to-back 22 darters for Locke. That's why his average has crept up into the
45.
63 region. And Smee now has to try and break back to
60.
get back into this one. Smee's played 2 and 1-2 so far this league campaign.
44.
8-4 victory over well, they go by the name of the Bear, so I wasn't quite sure which player that matched up with actually in the 4th division, but it was an 8-4 win
40.
with a 53 average, and then an 8-5 win over Kevin Leray, averaging in the mid-50s as well. Last season he ended his campaign.
140.
Lovely dance there from Locke, third at 140 of this match. Smee also had a 7-all draw against Bradley Warren and an 8-4 loss to John Campbell at the back end of last season.
140.
Ooh, 140 followed by 140. Good reply from Smee. Great stuff. These two appear to have
80.
just picked up. And I'm just being told actually the Bear, who Charlie Smee beat 8-4, was in fact Chris Brooker.
36.
So Locke, 30 odd points advantage here.
45.
Down to finish first, on to 147. Of course, the snooker starts tomorrow, doesn't it? So some more of a snooker score, 147. Smee hoping to apply some pressure.
48.
Can't quite get down to a finish. So 6 darts from here for Locke to consolidate the break of throw and extend his lead to 3-1.
83.
Nice treble in that visit. Leaves himself handily placed on 64.
41.
So lock then. Start on the 16s. Needs a single 16 for tops. He's hit this before.
44.
Just on the inside of the wire. So it is an outside chance for Smee on the Unicorn Pro Eclipse 2. I think that's what the PDC use nowadays.
44.
Lock, of course, using the Windmill Blade 5, the very popular board on this stream. And Lock, would you believe it, takes out double 10 for another 22 dart leg.
80.
And that's 3 22 dart legs in a row. Very good from Lock so far.
60.
Finishing has been very good when he's got there. And that's given him the advantage in the early stages of this match.
45.
And Charlie wanted me to give a shout out to
45.
his family. So Mum, Dad and son are watching. Nan and Grandad.
46.
And the RS18 darts team as well. We certainly hope that in-person darts returns very soon. Indoor sport can come back on the 17th of May.
24.
So just tick off the calendar dates till we get to that point.
97.
And then, of course, June. Hopefully that means
85.
unrestricted opens, but fingers crossed for that as well. And then perhaps league darts, team league darts and county darts can come back as well. So yes, hopefully exciting times ahead as the weather improves.
140.
A lovely 140 there, really timely. That leaves 147 again, would you believe? That's the fourth 140 there for Lock. He's had 1 ton as well in addition to that.
96.
Smee, that's another 96 for him. A fair few visits in the sort of 90s range. Smee has had 2 tons and 1 140.
25.
And of course, took that early lead and has lost 3 legs in a row. But should get the first opportunity here.
42.
Leaves tops. 2 bites the cherry on this one. Starts on the 18s. Oh, I think he needed the single to leave bullseye. So just needs to recalibrate.
$82.
And also leaves top. So Smee has a great opportunity here to hold his throw. First real chance he's had since that opening leg. And his bust is just snuck into the double 15. So Lock then back for double top. He has hit this before. He loves double 10 though. Won't be a 22 darter on this occasion.
20.
Oh, it's a long way off of that third dart. So a reprieve for Smee. And he will hope to take this out, which I think that's on the wire. Can't get much closer.
No score.
Wow, how close was that? That's unlucky. So Lock then back for
1.
double 10 and he takes it out again. Double 10 has been his friend. And And it wasn't a 22 darter, it was a 25. Lock breaks the Smee throw for the second time in this match. 4 legs on the spin for Lock, and it's one-way traffic at the moment.
121.
And a lovely start there as well for
$140.
a lovely visit there from Smee. So we had 121 followed by 140.
85.
Yeah, just discussing with producer Paul, of course, the unicorn board. I mean,
45.
yeah, they don't last long, do they?
$60.
Dave Lock, of course, hasn't played in the IDL before, so
26.
great that he's getting an opportunity to experience what it's like, albeit in a virtual setting, and hopefully he'll get involved
125.
with darts like that in person when the leagues return. Of course, Riley's Victoria is the other venue that, in addition to Morden
50.
and London Bridge, that is used. And Locke will have at least 6 darts here to consolidate
78.
his lead. That's a lovely setup as well. So he leaves double 16. Smee hoping to apply some pressure,
41.
and he can't get down to a finish. So lots of time here for Locke to take out the 32.
16.
Can't be done now, but he will be back.
$57.
Smee now is down to a finish of 132. Locke was double 2.
Game 3.
And he does take it out in the end, and that's a 21 dart leg that time. Chased the board, found it with his last dart. Smee getting on with it.
85.
Always like to see that. If you lose a leg, it's always great to see the other player just get straight involved, put it to one side and try and hit back with a big visit.
55.
But Locke's been very impressive here. He's in Division 4, but that kind of average will be very competitive in certainly Division 3.
81.
And is pretty well placed at the moment to be challenging for the title, or at the very least a promotion match.
26.
So basically each division comprises of about 10 to a dozen players, and as you can imagine, the winner
46.
gets promoted to the next tier upwards. And the
140.
next 2, lovely visit there from Locke, and the next 2 below the champion then get involved in a promotion
50.
playoff.
What? 35.
Just had to correct the scores there.
28.
I think I misheard one earlier on, but that is right now. So Locke does have Smee under the cosh here. He's rattled off 5 legs in a row, and is putting pressure on the Smee throw once again.
36.
But only 36 there, so only 2 points the difference between both players.
57.
Smee does make it down to a finish first.
42.
Lock makes sure that he has an outside chance for 1-6-7 if given the opportunity, which he will be back for. Highest checkout so far is tops.
96.
Nice visit there. And Smee gets him down to a useful 2 darts, only a single number needed to set up the double.
7.
And not a great deal of pressure coming in from Lock, so Smee will have darts here to get his second leg on the board. And it's been a good solid leg from him. Wants tops now.
38.
So he should be back for that. And he will be.
45.
Lock perhaps just gone astray there in the last few visits. And Smee will hope to take advantage. Wants double 5 now.
No score.
Well, 1 treble needed. So has options here. Could go treble 15. Does go that route. Can't find it.
37.
Smee then. Open bed. Double 10.
In 3.
Does get there. He was working his way inwards, wasn't he? But he did get there in the end, and that's the most important thing. And he gets his second leg on the board. So now, can he apply some pressure on the Lock throw? Hasn't been able to break him. Hasn't been able to break Lock yet. There must be a pun in there. Break Lock? No, just me.
45.
Lock, of course, will have the target of 7 legs at the forefront of his mind.
67.
Once you get to that magical score of 7 legs, it means that your opponent has to win
100.
all the remaining legs to force the draw, however many that may be.
41.
That ton from Lock has suddenly put him in a very commanding position.
51.
$52.
So slight advantage to Lock here.
40.
It's interesting. I was having a look at the local opens that might be coming up later on in the year, and there are some starting to
58.
announce dates, which is great news.
81.
$99.
Now these are better visits from Lock and Smee.
$81.
$136.
Great darts there from Smee.
$77.
Great effort there from Lock. Couldn't quite take it out, but Smee now has a chance to break. He hasn't been able to do this so far in this match,
In 3 darts.
but he does do there. So That suddenly got a bit more interesting for Smee, and it was that 136 visit that really turned that leg around. It was a slow start from both players, and then both suddenly picked up and accelerated towards the finish line there, towards the end of that leg. And Smee now has the momentum gone his way here in this match. It's all about momentum darts, really. And Smee's picked up the last 2 legs and is on the throw here to reduce the deficit potentially to just 1 leg.
16.
So watch this space, because this could get very interesting. The middle phases of these league matches are always fascinating contests in all
85.
in all divisions, really. It's always that quick start
62.
when games get underway, when nerves are jangling. But of course, because it's a long format game, it does give you time to settle in.
56.
Smee then with the slight advantage.
40.
No trouble so far in this leg for
58.
Locke.
56.
First treble of the leg for Locke. Only 9 points separates them here.
2. 18.
Is that a chance for Locke to take advantage of?
180.
And the answer is yes. I think Locke was quite pleased with that. I got that impression. Very, very good darts there. Gets the maximum on the stream, and he sets up 26. But does laugh to himself because he busts. So Smee still in this one. Can't take out the 152. Always a tough ask.
45.
Double 13 again. He wants double 10.
In 3.
Yep, does get there. And as we say, double 10 has been his friend in this match. And then the 180 really turned everything around there for Locke, as they so often do. Great for him to get a max on the stream, and a nice memento for him. And does break the Smee throw, so stops that run of momentum there from Smee, and goes within 1 leg of securing himself a point.
85.
45.
Well, an interesting contest. Locke has been averaging just over 60
96.
throughout this whole match, so it's been very consistent. Smee in the high 50s. That's what
58.
we expected. So Smee's had 3 tons and 2 scores of 140 or more.
60.
Meanwhile, Locke has had 4 tons and 5 scores of 140 or more and a maximum. So Locke certainly winning in the scoring department. Just as I say that, of course, I appear to have jinxed him, because Smee's had a much stronger leg here scoring-wise.
6.
It's an unfortunate bounce out, and again, commentator's curse.
Seventy.
100.
Yeah, they sat up really nicely there for Smee there, and that third dart was sort of almost begging to be into the treble 20. So he's down to a finish now of 154. Healthy advantage, and this is on the lock throw, remember. So could be yet another break of throw incoming here. Now, Smee's managed to break the lock. There must be a joke there. Break the lock throw on one occasion previously.
Did you 88?
Good visit there from Smee. He will get first dibs at this 66. Lock back on 138. Wants tops now, I think. Maybe not. No.
51.
Yeah, it is 51, yeah. So 15 remaining for Smee. So he hit the double 16 with his second dart to leave double 12. Unintentional.
60.
360s in a row for Lock. Gets him down to 78. But Smee will just have to tidy up here. So now wants double 6.
Into.
Gets it. Very impressive. 23 dart leg there for Smee. 366, easy as you like. Breaks the lock throw. And is now throwing to reduce the deficit once again. So Smee very much in this match.
45.
Won the first leg, remember, Smee, and then lost 5 in a row. Lock then went on a finishing spree and hit lots of 22 darters.
76.
But since then, if you look at the last 4 legs, well, Smee leads that 3-1. So
85.
a lot more competitive in the last few legs. It's just that purple patch which Lock had, legs 2 to 6, which really proves to be the difference here.
30.
Does this have the feeling of a match that might go all the way?
45.
It certainly could do. Maximum of 4 legs to come in this match. Thank you for watching on this Friday night. And a lovely visit there from Lock. Right on cue. Just what he needed. He'd been steady, just without finding the treble. That's his 6th 140 of the match. Plus that max, of course, which was very much enjoyed. Locked down to finish first. Smee
82.
does find a treble, but can't quite get down to a finish. And again, this is the leg that he started.
$120.
Yes, found the treble 15 with his last dart there, Lock. And so he's had a 140, a 95 and a 120 in the last
92.
3 visits. Very impressive indeed. And he sets up this chance for a 16 dart leg.
$20.
Can't quite get there. Smee's had a pretty good leg himself. Needs a treble.
27.
It's a double 10 then for Lock. Presumably his favourite double, considering he's hit it so many times in this match. And it's his friend again. So with that dart, and that was very impressive, by the way. That was a 19 dart leg, best of the match from either player. Lock guarantees himself a point by hitting that double. So now Locke can't lose this match. He's guaranteed a draw. And Smee faces the uphill battle now of having to rattle off
58.
3 legs in a row to force the draw, and has to break the lock.
46.
Sorry, I can't say that without laughing. I apologise. Break the lock throw in order to get his 5th leg of the match on board.
70.
Locke's had a number of 70s, hasn't it? A treble 20 and 2 5s.
45.
Locke, the faster of the 2 players in this case.
28.
Faster out of the blocks. I may have just jinxed him by just saying that. Smee gets a much needed treble, gets him right back into this leg.
30.
Has Locke got finish line fever? Smee will know that it's
59.
always tough to get over the line in these long format matches, and it has been very competitive, remember, in the last
100.
the last 5 legs, which 6 legs rather, which of course 5 legs, which Smee leads 3-2. Timely ton there from Locke.
100.
Yep, lovely ton there from Smee. That's his 5th of this match. Gets him down to a finish, which he'll be back for because Locke is not on a finish at this point.
47.
And is actually on a bogey number, would you believe, after that visit. So Smee does have 6 starts from 164 to break the Locke throw.
26.
Not the visit he would have hoped for.
$54.
Well, it's evenly poised, this. Smee has a first chance at a 138. Those look pretty useful to me.
41.
Just wondering if he could barrel in off of those 2 well-placed darts, but he couldn't quite do it. Locke was looking for treble 18 with his first dart and couldn't find that either.
42.
$90 remaining. They want double 18 now.
20.
Tops then, that was a match dart.
52.
Couldn't quite find his way past his first dart, so double 10 needed for Smee.
Oh, 51.
That was to save the match and keep it going. Locke then has more match darts incoming. This is to take the match 8-4, and it's on his favourite double 10. He's been prolific on this all night,
Yeah, in 3.
and he does get there. It's a great effort from
Last one.
Locke, and
Cheers, power.
does take it in the end. Bit of finish line fever, perhaps a bit nervy, but I'll just fade them down and I'll show you the slide, the stats. And yeah, really close contest there. Towards the end, Smee really came back into it, which was very impressive indeed. So of course Smee won the first leg. Locke rattled off 5 in a row in that real purple patch, and then they shared really the next 6 legs between them. So it became much more competitive as that game went on. Locke of course had that patch where he just hit 22 darters all the time, which was pretty amazing. So Locke hit 6 tons, 6 ton pluses and 180, 4 breaks of throws, finishing on double 10 was very, very impressive indeed, and should surely put him in with finishing like that will certainly put him in contention at the top end of this division, and potentially challenging for a place in the 3rd division with that. Best leg of 19 darts. Charlie Smee, well, he hit 5 tons and 2 140s. Did get 2 breaks of throw towards the end as his form picked up towards the second half of that match, and did have a 21 dart of his own and a very impressive 48 checkout as well in there as to boot, and that was actually the highest of the match in the end. So thank you ever so much for watching. There's a photo of both players actually with trophies and from respective divisions. Yes, we hope to bring you another IDL at Home League streams very, very soon. And coming up on Sunday is the Chichester Virtual Dart Series, so do stay tuned for that on Sunday. And do subscribe if you're here. But thank you ever so much for watching. Much appreciated.